I'm just sitting here tying up a rig right now. Don't use your teeth. The heaviest bass ever caught, ever been recorded on this. We're gonna see if it works. They claim. I don't know. These hooks ain't getting bent. I can tell you that. Okay, got it all set up. Oh.
I took that. I was thinking it was the top to my cigarette deal, and I'm going, damn. Oh. Okay.
Okay, so I forgot to put this on. Idiot. You got to have this. Anyone that does watch, they're gonna make fun of me for months. Okay, recap. Need the light. That's how I tie mine. Spin it around a few times. Most people say 8. I say whatever you feel like. Just not less than like 2. Can't see. It's a bad thing about going night fishing. I'm tying my stuff up here under the light. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. First video on does it work fishing. They say the heaviest fish caught on record is 132 pounds by Paul something, I think was his name. Don't hold me on it or hold me against it. I believe that's what it is. He has a picture of him and that bass together on the box or on the package. These things, I guarantee you, they're a foot long. I've not caught anything in this pond yet. The people say there's bass, carp. I don't know about that carp. It sounds kind of fishy. Bluegill, perch, which kind of the same thing, but just wanted to make that clear. Catfish, bass, if I haven't already said those. So let's go see if we can catch something. I'm gonna start down here. Okay, I fished that for a few minutes. Right there. It didn't really get anything. I just kept getting hung up on stuff, that's the only part of the pond that I've been on all day. I've been pretty much getting the same results all day, even on the other stuff that I had. So I fish about, I don't know, about a quarter of the way down. Okay, I threw at most 6 casts right there. I say that. I think I got 1 or 2 bites. They weren't nothing that was gonna go all the way for this one, because it's like a foot long, foot and a half. We're gonna go down towards this water fountain. I don't know. We'll try it out. So then y'all can see what I'm talking about. Down there. That's a pretty good cast. I'm gonna let it, actually, yep, there we go. Alright, let me fish this right quick and get back to y'all. Okay, so I've officially made it over to the, per se, wide part of the pond. It's the closest to the rec room of this establishment. And that's Houston for you, sirens. I don't know. I think the bait's good. I honestly do. I think it's this pond. I think it's almost like it's a creek. Really big, per se. I think it's real shallow up until the middle, because you can feel it. You get caught up, and it has this chain on the bottom all the way across, because I seen it on one of the edges earlier today when it's daylight out. So I think it's a good bait. I think we're gonna have to bring it out to our pond when it warms up. Here's where I'm at. Probably gonna go in there and play some pool. Take a few more shots at it. Okay, my thoughts on it have changed. Probably just almost caught a 3-4 pound bass or cat. I could feel the poundage per se on it, and it wasn't nothing little, but it wasn't no 5 or 6 for sure, but it was a pretty good size. Whatever it was is fighting like a bass, not a cat, so I'm pretty sure it's a bass, and I'm pretty sure I know the weight of it. It was giving up a good fight. About the time I grabbed my recorder, it jerked real hard, so I brought my hand up and it got under a rock, and I was worried about losing one of these hooks, because these hooks are expensive down here in Houston. I just couldn't get him unstuck. He finally released, and when I went to start cranking on it again, he wasn't there. I don't know if he got stuck in the rocks and the hook got loose, or if he just got out and my hook released with it, or if he took off with the hook and he let go somehow. I'm not sure. There's 1,000 different ways you can look at it. But like I said, I honestly think that this is a good lure. I think this pond isn't good. I talked to a guy. He said the only thing he caught was cat. He said, there is cat in here. I said that. He said he had caught 3 baby bass. He said they were nothing big. He said they were ounces, 8 ounce, 10 ounce, something like that. He said, I mean, the fight was unreal on how low of a fight it was. But what he did say is the cats are massive in here. They actually feed them in the morning down there on that end of the pond. So I thought about getting cat bait, and I never got it. If we end up staying, we're not, but if we do for some reason end up staying, I'm gonna end up going and getting catfish stuff, or getting a shovel and digging up some worms. One of the two. But we're not staying, I don't believe. KOA campground is the campgrounds that we usually stay at. I'm not sure if the one in Austin has a fishing pond or not, but if they have bass, this will catch it. And another thing, if we do stay another night, which won't happen, if it was to happen, Oh, that bird just scared me. It has a fish. That bird has a fish. That's why it's all making all that noise. There's a lake, which I would go, but we're in a not so good side of Houston. On that side of the road, one side of this park's good, the other side of it's bad. On the bad side is where the lake is at. So I'm not gonna go down there just yet. But when it hits summer, shoot, summer don't faze me. When I get back home, when I get time, when I'm not working, I'm gonna go hit this lure and these hooks. These hooks are some weird style hooks. Y'all probably know all about them, but they're real heavy. I mean, they're like, if y'all have ever took like a welding rod and took the stuff around it off, I forget what it's called, but if you go down to just the metal rod itself, it's about that thick. And then they curve just a little, and then they make a hook. They're real thick. Your fish ain't gonna bend that unless you get like a 10-pound bass or something like that. Like I said, but you never know. These hooks are rated, or these lures, biggest bass I ever caught on them was a world record. And world record, I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, the world record's 133, I said it earlier, 132, something like that. That's the heaviness. But anyway, y'all know what I think. I'll leave it at that. See y'all next video.